CBS studio heads say Mark Harmon could rejoin NCIS. DOR is always OPN. CBS Studios president David Staff and CBS Entertainment president Amy Reisenbach recently spoke with Deadline about NCIS, its spin-offs, and whether Mark Harmon will ever return to the series. The franchise, which will air its 1,000th episode on April 15, has many upcoming projects. The master plan started a long time ago, Stapp said when asked about NCIS expansions from the original show. "We had NCIS. It certainly worked well enough to spawn a spin-off, Lay, which also worked really well. That was on for 14 seasons. I think that show doesn't get the credit it deserves as expanding the franchise, but also deepening the love of the franchise for viewers." He continued, "We knew and always wanted to expand it, but when you're dealing with a franchise, you don't want to oversaturate the market. You don't want to dilute the value of each individual show. So it really comes down to somebody coming in with an idea for a show that could stand on its own and could be part of the franchise, but is wholly unique from any of the others." The most recent spin-off announced will see the return of Michael Weatherly and Cote de Pablo as Tony and Ziva. The new series picks up after Tony and Ziva were reunited in Paris, off-screen, following the revelation she was alive and her completing one final mission with NCIS, TV Insider reported. Since then, Tony and Ziva have been raising their daughter, Tali, together. According to the official description, when Tony's security company is attacked, they must go on the run across Europe, try to figure out who is after them, and maybe even learn to trust each other again so that they can finally have their unconventional happily ever after. When asked about the future of NCIS Hawaii, Reisenbach shared that nothing has been decided yet, but NCIS Sydney has been picked up for a new season. They also revealed that Mark Harmon could rejoin the cast someday if he wanted. "The door for Mark is always open. It's really up to him," Reisenbach said. While the franchise is approaching its 1,000th episode, it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. "For me, I attribute it to the fact that there's always been a core feeling that the people who write the show, the people who produce it, the crew and the actors, no matter whether they were there from the beginning or not, they understand the DNA of the show, and they've always stayed true to that," Reisenbach explained. While Harmon hasn't returned to the NCIS universe as a cast member, he's taking on the role of producer for the spin-off series NCIS Origins. Origins begins in 1991, years prior to the events of NCIS, and chronicles Larry Jethro Gibbs' younger years. In the prequel, Gibbs, Austin Stowell, starts his career as a newly minted special agent at the fledgling NIS Camp Pendleton office, where he forges his place on a gritty ragtag team led by NCIS legend Mike Franks. Kyle Schmid. A summary reads, "Now more than ever, we're bombarded by darkness in media, movies, and TV. Movie Guider has fought back for almost 40 years, working within Hollywood to propel uplifting and positive content. We're proud to say we've collaborated with some of the top industry players to influence and redeem entertainment for Jesus. Still, the most influential person in Hollywood is you, the viewer. What you listen to, watch, and read has power. Movie Guider wants to give you the resources to empower the good and the beautiful. But we can't do it alone. We need your support. You can make a difference with as little as $7. It takes only a moment. If you can, consider supporting our ministry with a monthly gift. Thank you." Movie Guider is a 501c3 and all donations are tax deductible. NCIS actor arrested for allegedly storming Capitol on January 6. Nolan Freeman, an actor who has appeared on such well-known shows as NCIS, The Rookie, and Devil's Night, was indicted Thursday on misdemeanor charges. These charges emanate from him entering the United States Capitol through a broken window on January 6, 2021. As you are hopefully aware at this point, that is the date on which thousands of protesters committed acts of violence in an attempt to overturn the results of the most recent presidential election. Freeman is accused of entering the Capitol around 2:23 p.m. at the height of the riot, which claimed the lives of 5 people, and leaving 28 minutes later. His indictment didn't detail any specific actions he may have taken once inside the building. However, it noted he wore a red hooded sweatshirt, a black jacket, and a red hat, which some may note is the same color baseball cap worn very often by former President Donald Trump. The website Politico broke this news and said there are 7 photos of Freeman at the scene. Freeman stands accused of charges faced by nearly every single suspect arrested in connection to the infamous incident: obstruction of an official proceeding, along with knowingly entering or remaining in the grounds of a government building without lawful authority to do so. He has also been accused of using loud, threatening, or abusive language to disrupt the orderly conduct of a session of Congress. Freeman last appeared on the small screen on NCIS, the most-watched show on CBS. He portrayed a character named Willie on the opening episode of season 17 in 2019. In June, meanwhile, Jay Johnston was arrested for similar crimes due to his actions on this date and at this location. Johnston has also appeared in dozens of films and television shows, often portraying law enforcement officers, including recurring roles as a cop on the comedies The Sarah Silverman Program and Arrested Development.